The moral development theory by Lawrence Kohlberg was inspired by the work of cognitive theorist Jean Piaget. Kohlberg sees moral development as cognitive development. In this theory, he uses moral dilemmas or stories having conflicting ideas about two moral values to explain the development of a person's moral reasoning. Kohlberg defined three levels of moral development: the preconventional, conventional, and postconventional. And each level is associated with two distinct and complex stages. At the pre-conventional level, the child's sense of morality is controlled externally by authority figures, such as parents and teachers. Stage 1 is the obedience and punishment orientation. This stage focuses on expecting that the child obeys rules to avoid being punished. And thus, this stage is related to Skinner's operant conditioning. Stage 2 is the instrumental orientation, from which the morality of an action is judged based on how it satisfies the individual's needs. For example, an individual or group extends to work overtime for the assigned tasks for the tangible benefits of achieving them, like overtime pay. Hence, satisfying the needs of a person. The conventional level is all about personal and societal relationships. Meaning, a person continues to accept the rules of authority figures, because they believe that it is important to keep positive relationships in society. Under this level is the third stage in moral development theory, the good boy, nice girl orientation, also known as the phase of the interpersonal relationship. The concern of this stage is what people will think in doing any action and the desire for others' approval. For example, a middle school student agrees to throw out the chewing gum he is chewing to please the teacher. The next stage is the law and order orientation, where a person accepts and follows rules to respect the authorities. Moral reasoning in the stage is beyond the need for approval, which is exhibited in stage 3. One good example at this stage is the people in the society obeying the rules and laws. The post-conventional level is mainly concerned about the more abstract principles and values. This means a person believes that some laws and rules are unjust, and should be changed or eliminated. People at the post-conventional view rules as changeable mechanisms, rather than absolute or rules that must be obeyed without any interrogations. Thus, an individual at this level lives by their ethical principles, such as human rights, justice, and liberty. Stage 5 of moral development theory belongs in this level, called the social contract orientation. The person at this stage views various opinions, rights, and values from other people that are mutually respected as unique to any person in the community. The moral reasoning at this stage is the individual acts with an understanding that laws are created by people coming together for the common good, and that these same people can change these laws if new demands or conditions arise. The last stage is the universal ethical principle orientation, where the chosen principle is abstract rather than concrete. This focuses on the ideas such as equality, dignity, or respect. The judgment may become innate and may even violate the laws and rules as the person becomes attached to his principles of justice. Kohlberg argued that this level existed, but he found it difficult to identify individuals operating at this level. Kohlberg's dissertation has been criticized by Carol Gilligan, his research assistant, that Kohlberg's study was focused on white, upper-class men and boys. Gilligan argued that women are not deficient in moral reasoning, and men and women reason differently. Another criticism of Kohlberg's moral development theory is that it is culturally biased. Also, people are often inconsistent in moral judgments, especially when using a more self-driven decision, rather than authority or socially driven reasoning.